Sound of a distant rumbling engine growing closer, a crackle of fire. All right, gather round because I've got a story for you. A story that smells like brimstone and high-octane gasoline. It's about the day the devil himself decided he'd had enough. Now, you probably picture hell as the devil's ultimate kingdom, right? His throne room, his playground, but think about it. Eons of the same old screams, the same paperwork for souls, the same pitchforks needing to be resharpened. It's the ultimate dead-end job, even for the Lord of the Dead. The monotony was grinding him down, turning the eternal flame in his heart into a dull, smoldering ember. One Tuesday, because cosmic boredom always hits hardest on a Tuesday, he was staring into the lake of fire, not seeing the writhing souls but his own reflection. The horns, the pointy tail, it all felt so cliché. He'd lost his spark. He needed a change of scenery. But where do you go when you're already at the bottom of everything? That's when he saw it, tucked away in the Ninth Circle's impound lot covered in millennia of dust and regret. A motorcycle. Not just any motorcycle. This thing was a beast forged from the condensed rage of 1,000 fallen kings, with a frame of obsidian and tires spun from the lies of politicians. It was a machine of pure, unadulterated rebellion. He called her despair. He spent the next century in his garage. The clanging of hammers and the roar of a supernatural engine echoed through the caverns, confusing the damned. He wasn't punishing anyone. He was building. He tuned the engine to run on pure, refined spite. He installed a sound system that only played the sound of promises being broken, and for the final touch, he rigged the exhaust to channel the very fires of his own frustration. The day he was finished, a strange silence fell over hell. The devil, clad not in robes but in scarred black leather, threw a leg over despair. He kicked the starter, and the machine didn't just roar, it screamed. A sound that made every demon and damned soul clamp their hands over their ears. It was the sound of liberation. He gunned the engine, and flames didn't just shoot from the exhaust pipes. They erupted from his own head, a crown of pure, furious fire, burning away the boredom, the apathy, the eternal damnation of being, well, himself. He tore out of his palace, leaving a trail of scorched cobblestone and bewildered imps. He raced past the fields of punishment, his fiery wake momentarily soothing the tormented. He blasted through the gates of hell not as a king but as a runaway, an outlaw. But here's the twist. Where was he going? He was the devil. Heaven wouldn't have him. Earth was a temporary distraction. He wasn't running to somewhere. He was just running. He rode out into the great empty void between realms. That silent, black, starless expanse where nothing exists. And he just rode. The only light was the fire from his head. The only sound was the scream of his engine. He wasn't the ruler of hell anymore. He wasn't the Prince of Darkness. He was just a guy on a bike, chasing a horizon that wasn't there. And in that vast, terrifying emptiness surrounded by absolutely nothing, he finally felt free. He found his own personal heaven, right there in the heart of the void, on a motorcycle with flames shooting out of his head. Sometimes you see the ultimate escape isn't about finding a new place to go. It's about having the courage to ride headfirst into the unknown, leaving everything you thought you were behind in a cloud of smoke and fire, even if you're the devil himself.